Greetings friends, my name is Nipi and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the delay of Shadowlands, my thoughts on the subject, and predict what might be the new launch date for Shadowlands. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the matter. So, basically Blizzard came out with this blog post saying that they need more time. Before we dive any deeper, I must admit that this was the right call to make. If you have followed up on the feedback on other WoW content channels, you pretty much cannot find any content creator who has been testing beta to say that Shadowlands is ready for launch. Because the cold hard fact is that it is not ready to launch. Bugs are endless, and in some cases those bugs have been in their entire beta cycle and never got fixed. Some classes and specs are doing absurdly more damage than other, among other things. Covenants are out of place, even though they just nerfed a shit ton of covenants on the last beta build. To sum things up, a lot of things are broken and original launch date of 27th of October was way too soon. But as a bonus, at least we got the pre-patch date on the 13th of October. I had my suspicion that the expansion will get delayed because we haven't had any news or date for the pre-patch until now, which we usually get well in advance, so I must say that Blizzard has had hard time accepting that they need more time. Not to mention only 2 weeks long pre-patch if the game would have launched on 27th of October. After pondering on this topic, I'm glad they ended up doing this and not launch buggy, half-complete product. It will hit them financially to delay the expansion launch, but I do believe it will pay back in the long run. More finished product equals more happy customers, in my book. I, for once, know a lot of people who gave up on Battle of Azeroth expansion because the early struggles of PFA launch and overall quality of the game when it came out few years back. So, for now we are in this state that we have no idea when the game is going to launch, except that it will be in this year. I know a lot of people have booked time off and made arrangements for the 27th to be able to play around original launch date and have fun with their friends in Azeroth. From bottom of my heart, I do hope that all of you are still able to change those days, the new launch date, when we get it. This delay is not just for the 1% or whatever, even if you play casually and don't care for performance or any of that stuff. Trust me as someone who has done beta testing that it is needed even if your goal is play more casually. Unexpected things can happen in life all the time and will happen. This year being a prime example of this, which are out of our control. There is no reason to get mad or sad about things we can't have an effect on. It truly can happen to anyone at any point, and we just need to adapt to it. Anyways, let's stop with this here before I go too deep into philosophy. Now that we got the announcement of the delay, I see only two options for Blizzard regarding the new launch date. I don't see Blizzard doing this big of a decision, just to buy a few weeks of more time to polish things up, which makes me believe option 2 is the route they are going to take. But hey, what do I know, I'm just guessing here. First option for them, in my opinion, is to delay the launch to mid-late November, which would give them 3 to 4 weeks time to polish things up. This means that the launch would be on 17th or 24th of November, giving them enough time to still launch Shadowlands Season 1 in 2020. What they gain here is enough time to still have world first race in Castle Natria before the Christmas holidays just barely. I don't like this option and I think it would not be a wise move to make. This would mean that the Season 1 would start around mid-December, giving guilds 1 to 2 weeks time before Christmas to complete the World First Race. And yes, I am talking about World First Race only. Not to mention the problems and stress this would cause to normal guilds trying to juggle between raids and Christmas activities. This would have a huge negative impact on the clearing of the first raid tier overall, since most people want to spend their Christmas and New Year not stressing about raiding. Some guilds might fall apart and have difficulties flexing raiding or not raiding into the mix with different players and different priorities we all have during Christmas holidays. So I do really hope we don't get this option. I must say that I am fine with launch in late November if they delay the Season 1 start after the Christmas. Option 2, which I find most suited for the new launch date, is either 8th or 15th of December. This would put pre-patch quite long in 8 to 9 weeks, when most of the time pre-patches have been 4 weeks long. I don't see this as a problem for the overall betterment of the new expansion launch. I have faith that most people will understand this and get more time to try and reschedule days off from work they took in preparation for original launch date, which is also a bonus to consider. This would give Blizzard a whopping 6 to 7 weeks more time to polish the Shadowlands expansion to the game we all as paying customers deserve. Also, this date would put the race to World first and launch of the Shadowlands Season 1 after the holidays to early January. New year and a fresh start to all of us and Blizzard from this mess of a year which 2020 has been. Players could have stress-free holidays and level up in their own speed and not to worry about flexing their schedules in holidays between playing a game and having a stressful holidays over it. I do understand for some of us Christmas would be prime time to play as most of us have holidays around there anyways, but I do think that Blizzard employees also deserve a chance to have Christmas and not stress about the workload that awaits if the launch of Season 1 happens right before Christmas. But yeah, at least we got the pre-patch coming on the next week on the 30th, when everyone gets a little taste on the new great unpruning that was promised us in BlizzCon 2019. What I am most excited about the pre-patch is the removal of corruptions. I can actually care alts again for preparation to Shadowlands. Woo! Let me know in the comments below what you think about the pre-patch launch and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next video.